Hi, and welcome to my Independent Study Mentorship presentation. My name is Tyler Thomas, and my project is on the creation and management of a registered investment advisory firm, better known as an independent financial planning firm. This is my mentor and I, Mr. Talhammock, working on my product. And for some background information on why I chose to do this product, my family has always been involved in business, and I've always had an interest in business as a result. And my family actually has all run a small business for the past 50 years. So I've kind of grown up around it, and I've always enjoyed money and finance, and anything to do with that has always interested me. And as far as a career, I'm not 100% certain of what I want to do, but I would like it to have something to do with money, and I would like it to help people, because I want to help people and better their lives with whatever I do. So financial advising seemed to be the perfect fit. And for some background on why I chose my mentor, he is actually an attorney, but he owns a small business, and it is a professional advice-based business. So there was a lot of layover there. He has an undergraduate degree in business, and his firm is also independent. So there's a lot of crossover, and he can help me with, and has helped me with, the aspects of starting and running and creating a business that I was less familiar with. I chose to call my business Evergreen Financial Services because after reading a lot of articles online and talking to some professionals, I learned that naming a business after the principal can be harmful if you want the business to last very long term. And I would like to create something that lasts a long time, even after I pass or leave the business or whatnot. So I chose to call it Evergreen Financial Services because I would like to help my clients and make their lives evergreen. And my product for this project was a business plan, which I have here, which I will pass around if anyone would like to look at it. That is ultimately what the project culminated into in a physical form. And I have a portfolio detailing the project, the creation of my product, and basically this contains everything I did. And this will also be passed around if anyone wants to look at it. Okay. So as far as the business plan goes, all business plans generally start with a mission statement for the company. My mission statement reads, "At Evergreen, we aim to enrich the lives of our clients. We will handle, manage, and simplify the financial aspects of their lives in a way that puts them on the path to the life they desire while bettering the life they live. We will act as a financial concierge for our clients, providing them with any combination of financial advice and financial planning they desire. Centered in Clear Lake City, Texas, Evergreen will provide financial services to any Houstonian in need, regardless of life stage, wealth, or status. A multitude of services will be offered such that we will be able to best serve any client in any stage of their financial life. Our goal at Evergreen Financial Services is to enrich the lives of our clients, employees, and owners by maximizing wealth and bettering quality of life." The next component of a business plan is an executive summary, which is essentially it's what it sounds like. It's a summary of the entire business plan, detailing it in a much shorter fashion for anyone who needs to read it quickly or doesn't want to invest the time to read the entire document. It then has a company description, which consists of a description of the company, how it will run, what it will do, how it will do those things. It's just kind of an overview of how the company will operate. You then generally have a report on how much it will cost to start up your business, followed by something as to how much it will cost to keep the business running, which is called overhead. And then you detail what your company will do, what products they will sell, basically how you will generate money. You also tend to describe how your business will run, who will do what amount of people you will need, and then you perform a market analysis, which essentially is an analysis of the market that you will be entering. The market analysis talks about which companies you'll be competing with, what market share you think you can capture, and basically it provides anyone reading the plan with knowledge of the market or the industry so that they know where your company will fall in that hierarchy. And then I had a section on differentiation from competition, which is essentially an explanation of how my company will be different than other financial planning firms or wirehouse firms like Morgan Stanley, and how the services we provide will be different. I then have a marketing/client acquisition plan that details how we intend to get clients, how we intend to convert leads into clients, and just generally how we plan to make our business. I then have a target client profile that basically details which type of client that I will seek out for my business. And then I have a revenue profit projection, which basically details how well I think the business can do. Okay. That is the general overview of a business plan and some specifics for my business plan. I will now detail exactly what is contained within my business plan in a graphically appealing format and talk about my company specifically. The legal structure of my company will be a limited liability company. This means that I will be provided protection, legal separation from the business and myself, meaning that if someone decides to sue me or sue the business, that my personal assets will not be touched. It also offers a fairly simple taxation structure in comparison with the normal corporation structure, because you only have to file taxes once a year, and it's if you're just a sole operator, it's only an add-on to your normal tax forms, not a fully separate tax return. And being a LLC provides the benefits of partnerships and corporations with less of the drawbacks of each. As far as the structure of the financial planning firm itself, it will be an RIA, or Registered Investment Advisory Firm. Basically, this means that it will be an independent financial advisory practice. I will not be under Morgan Stanley or Wells Fargo or Edward Jones, like many financial advisors. It will operate on its own, and this will provide me the freedom to decide many more of the aspects of my business for myself, how I want to do things, how I want to serve my clients, what services I want to offer, etc. And the services my company will offer are various. We will offer comprehensive financial plans, which are essentially a document or series of documents that will lay out a plan for clients to invest or how they can save for retirement or really whatever the client wants. And generally that can be offered as a one-time thing or it can be combined with other services. Another service we will offer is hourly financial advice appointments, which a lot of companies, namely the big names, do not offer. And that will be almost like a legal service in that you can go and meet with them and talk about what you want to, and you can really control how much you pay based on how much time you use. We will then offer the traditional management of assets, like pretty much any financial advisory company. And we will offer combinations of all of the above, depending on what the client wants and what their needs are. As far as the compensation structure goes for those services, our financial plans will just be a one-time fee, and for the hourly advice, as I said, they will simply be billed by the hour like lawyers and other professions do. And there will be a total assets under management fee if we manage their investable assets. That will be a 1% fee for what I've decided to call full services, which means they will have, that's the traditional model for financial advisory right now. They will have access to basically all parts of the business and financial planning with that fee. But if they would like asset management alone, it will be offered for 0.35%, which is the rate charged by robo-advisors like Betterment and Vanguard. But they will get the benefits of having an actual person manage their money rather than an algorithm. Our target clients, before I talk about this page, I would like to add a disclaimer that my company will not turn away any person. If someone comes to us looking for financial advice, we will be happy to provide them with that advice, regardless of wealth or status or anything else, as our mission statement said. These are simply what we will target, who we will seek out for our services, because they will provide the most revenue. And as far as the hourly clients, anyone and everyone can be targeted because it doesn't really matter how much money someone has if they just want hourly advice. For asset management, we will seek out anyone with above 100,000 in assets, because they will, if you go much below that, asset management tends to cost, there's not much profit there because the amount of time you spend working on the portfolio can negate your profit. And for the full service section of the business, we will target people with above 5 million in assets. That is a very high value, obviously, but we would like to serve with our full service section of the business small business owners, entrepreneurs, and company executives, because we feel that they have complex financial needs that others don't, and would like to help with managing their money. And that's very different. Managing $5 million is obviously very different than managing $50,000 as far as the time that goes into it and how you have to invest it. As far as our client acquisition plan will go, how we will acquire these clients, we tend to use a client-centered approach, meaning that our advertising and marketing will not be geared towards some of the ads you see saying that like a certain lawyer is the best and that they won this much for their clients and stuff like that. We're not going to be centered on how good we are. We're going to center around how much we can help the client. And we plan, as we are a local company, we plan to sponsor community events, hold charity events nearby, partner with other professionals in the area, such as lawyers, accountants, doctors, for referrals. And we will cold call and visit businesses, because I feel that many advisors no longer cold call because it's such a cliched thing to do. But that can generate business, and if you just have interns or assistants do that, it can be a good use of time, even if it just gets you 2 clients a year. As far as our actual physical marketing plan, it will be largely internet-based, and we will have a quality website, which many financial advisors do not have a high-tech website. So that will set us apart. And we also plan to write a blog and write for other publications such as Forbes and MarketWatch about personal finance and investing and things to kind of get our name, make a name for ourselves in the industry. We will also use smart Google ads, which advertise to people in your area who are searching for terms similar to your business. So if someone in Clear Lake is searching for financial advisors or financial advice or personal finance, then our ad will show, but it will not show to anyone in Maine looking up cats. One of the things that will set us apart from other businesses is that we plan to offer what I call concierge services. And many financial advisors today, especially the ones that work for wirehouses and large regional firms, are essentially just asset managers. They will accept your money, manage it, call you a couple times a year, and that's all you hear of them. We would like to offer truly quality financial advice to our clients, more than just investing advice. So for our full service clients and for hourly clients, we will always be available, and we will help them with any financial problem that they have, whether it be investing or real estate or anything as simple as picking a new phone plan or finding a new car, because those are financial issues for a lot of people who don't really have anywhere to go for advice. So if they would like it, we are happy to provide it. As far as staff, at the beginning it will just be myself and a receptionist, office manager, assistant type person. But in the future, if the business grows at a fast rate, we will have a dedicated receptionist, a dedicated office manager, and we will have a chief compliance officer, which is more and more becoming an important job to be done in financial planning firms, because regulation has been increasing at a rapid rate over the last few years, and they're really cracking down on things like advertisements and marketing that is not up to the legal code. And we'll also have a head of marketing / IT who will handle all of the technical stuff and the website and things like that. Also, as I mentioned earlier, it would be a good idea, and we could provide work experience to kids interested in finance by offering internships where they would be assistants to financial advisors, and in their downtime would do cold calling. And they would be paid accordingly for each client they brought in or meeting they set up. And in the very far off future, we would like to bring in an in-house accountant and possibly an in-house attorney who would handle all of our CPA and legal needs, but would also provide them to our clients so we could be kind of a one-stop shop for financial advice and just general advice on their lives. As far as expenses, realistically, I plan to start the business as not a sole proprietor, but I will be the sole financial advisor at the inception of the business. So it will only be myself in a relatively small office with the receptionist. And there isn't a lot of things you need necessarily to start a financial planning business. You really don't even need an office. So startup expenses will be fairly cheap. It can be below $15,000 fairly easily, and we think that we can get our costs down to $13,350 as an upfront cost to start the business, register it, purchase our computers, things like that. As far as overhead each year, it will probably cost around $55,000, $60,000 to run the business, and that comes mostly from insurance, financial planning software, investing software, and things like that. And that makes our monthly cost less than $4,500, which is actually fairly low overhead. So the business could stay afloat and stay open with a relatively low operating income, which is good. And we project that we could make $87,000 in the first year as revenue. And the concept of this business is that I would be a financial advisor for about 10 years prior to opening the business under another company, and then would go independent. So I'd already have some clients under my belt. In the second year, we feel that we could do $165,000 in revenue, and in the third year, we feel that we could do $255,000 in revenue. And these are very optimistic numbers, but you gotta be optimistic. And what I've learned from this project is how to create a business. I've learned the nitty-gritty aspects of registering it with the government, registering with the SEC and FINRA in this case. I've learned how to write a business plan, all of the various things that are required in that, the various needs that must be fulfilled in a business plan, especially if you're pitching your business to investors who you want to invest in your business. You have to have a killer business plan. And I've learned how to be a financial advisor. I've learned the many policies that financial advisors use. I've learned what they help clients with, how they charge clients, and I've really gotten a much better grasp on how to open a business, how to run a business, and particularly how to run a financial advisory business. And it's really piqued my interest in becoming a financial advisor, because I actually looked forward to going to fifth period every day because I got to work on my project. I worked on it outside of school, I talked with experts, and it really furthered my knowledge on finance and business in general. And I think I will pursue finance and business in college as a major. I might return for graduate school, but I am sure that I would like to do business, particularly finance, as a career when the time comes. This is my works cited. And I would like to thank my mentor, Mr. Tal Hammock, for all of the help that he provided throughout this project. I'd like to thank my teacher, Mrs. Kathy Thiessen, for helping me along the way, giving me guidance, and making sure I kept up with my deadlines. I'd like to thank my parents, Kevin and Mary Kay Thomas, for offering their business advice and general advice along the project. And I would like to thank the audience for coming and viewing my presentation.